story. It's a very simple story just to demonstrate all the things we just talked about. And this I like too because it was called a shkake. You know, with the one that I showed on the Cornelius Varley one. When I pulled the tabs, various things happened. That's called shkake. Shkake is movable Kamishibai card. And of course, once you've shown this to kids, they all want to make shkake. And then I run into the problem that, you know, teachers don't want mat knives in the classroom, so it's kind of difficult. Like if I end up taking them home and making them, and the kids mat knives you need to cut holes. I'll show you how this works. So I cut holes for the eyes, and then I have a tab in the back, so I can make it look like the eyes. But usually it's fun for like the first card or the last card. If you have too many tabs going, it's hard to perform. So this is a story I developed just to emphasize all the things we just talked about. The great mistakes. Yeah. Oh yes. Please go ahead. Yeah, faster. Mukashi, mukashi. Or maybe not so mukashi. There was a giant snake. Now he went around to everybody saying that he was the most enormous, the most powerful, the most magnificent snake in the whole world. But the truth was, he wasn't really sure. So he decided to set out across the world to find out. First, he traveled over the land. Where is this?
China.
Everybody knows this. It's amazing. Really little kids. Then he traveled over the sea. Where's that? One day, suddenly, he saw a snake that looked just like him. So what do you think he did?
Went all the way around the world.
This is easy to guess, but come on! Notice that I zoomed in on that microphone and put it down. Only to find that he was, in fact, the largest snake in the whole world. So this is a story that illustrates all those things we talked about. I wanted to think about how to get kids to move something from one card to the next. Actually, it's really fun when you line it all out because the parts of it just looks like one little snake. But it also shows the zoning in just on the important details. And a lot of kids want to put backgrounds, like to show where somebody's from, right? So if you do that, it's really important to just put something people will immediately recognize. So like the Great Wall, then you know they're in China. I had one student who had their little character travel all over the place and into the pyramids. I really had to work with him to zone in on the parts of those cultures where people will immediately recognize, for all the reasons we talked about, that, you know, people don't get to look at these scenes very often. And I love it. I performed this in New York, but all the kids say, that's so good. So anyway, this is a story where all those things we talked about, the difference between a picture book and a
Do you want me to line them up on the chalkboard?
yeah, if you want. Except I don't think they're in order anymore. That'll be a puzzle for you. And also, of course, there again, you see how you get a different perspective when you zoom in and pan out, which is used a lot.